I will not be able to divulge everything, considering the fact that as I'm recording this, as I'm recording this, the case is not yet completed. Hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Usne Hope, and thank you for tuning in. I opened this channel to do exactly this, to vent, to talk about everything that concerns me and fighting the law. I do include some hair videos. I do include some workout videos. And this is where I vent. So this is basically a story time / vent of how I ended up in hospital from court. Yep. So I will not be able to divulge everything, considering the fact that as I'm recording this, as I'm recording this, the case is not yet completed, number one, and therefore this means that I'm not able to talk about what happens in court. And secondly, I'm not sure when the case is going to be finished or finalized, and it might happen that we release this video before then. So I'll give an update to be specific if I am able to at a later stage. But now let's get onto the tea. What now? How I ended up in hospital from court. So in Mugai's testimony, he divulged some information that was obtained illegally, false information for that matter, obtained illegally, and that had the magistrate questioning my credibility. And this guy had gone back to, had no paper trail. I mean, like, he had made sure was gonna get he cleans his footsteps. So that led me being questionable. Sharp. Okay, fine. This is a sensitive matter, by the way. This is, if you've been long enough, if you've watched all my videos, it is something that I say, I don't want to talk about it, but this. And I never dwell into it. So it's that topic. And that is because perhaps I have not healed from it. I haven't dealt with it properly. And because this is, my psychologist had said, you are currently facing these court cases. Rather, let's deal with that, and we understand this. And it was draining me so much, that my family, my psychologist felt that, you know what, in the midst of everything that's happening, we understand, how sensitive this issue is. But if we could just not deal with it then. So I think I have put it at the back, for my own mental health, that I have not yet dealt with it. I don't know how many times I've said that. But so that issue was raised in court. That is not why I'm in court. I'm in court because I was assaulted. Then now I go to court. First, okay, let's go back to the start. When the trial began for this case specifically, I wasn't doing well. I did much better than I thought I would be, because knowing how I have been, outside of court, how my daily life has been affected by this matter, I did much better. However, the magistrate did request that I give a letter to say I need assistance in court. I have I have a mental issue, or whatever issue that was. But for me, it was because I have mental health issues. I remember the following day I was traveling, I made sure that I go to court and submit that. Good. So you would think that going forward, I would be catered for. Going forward, it would be kept into consideration while I'm in the box that, what need, what needs to happen. For example, I was taken to the social worker. Not sure if I was, I'm to say this. I was taken to the social worker to, and she gave a recommendation to the prosecutor. That has never been adhered to. That has never been done. But fine, I want this to be over and done with. I want these cases over. Um, so I am led back to the testifying box. I don't know what it is called, the witness box. I think let's call it that, the witness box. And this sensitive issue is questioned as if I'm lying. Do I not get sick? Do they not probe further as if I'm not sick? So I don't know everything that happened, what they said, because from there I've been realizing that I'm losing bits and pieces of my life. I'm losing moments of time whereby I don't know what happened. This is when I am with people and they revise a matter that happened a few moments earlier, the day before, 2 days before, and I totally cannot recall that. So I won't be sure, but I do remember being asked, can we continue? I remember my jaws have not my jaws have not been stuck for a very long time. In fact, for more than 8 years. And I found myself in that predicament in court. I requesting for assistance and nobody. Instead, can we continue? From there, okay, I think it got worse. At some point, somebody came and assisted me, and I just wanted to lie down. Basically, what usually happens when I had it, well, to cut matter short, I had an anxiety attack, triggered, by questioning this, whereby because we had not thought that it would be questioned, so I have not been, healed. I'm not healed from it. I'm not healed from it, or I'm not at a space whereby I am ready to talk about it. So that led me, it just took me to an anxiety attack slash panic attack. I don't know what that was. And fine, I was asked, how long do I need? An hour? No. So usually what happens, ever since, I had a relapse since last year, dealing with these cases against this guy, I have had, dealing with these cases, like dealing with these attacks have been taken a maximum of 4 hours, but usually it is less than an hour, around an hour. It has taken me 4 hours to fully recover and recoup, but usually it is. So I thought it was going to, but it was not going anyway. And in the meantime, at the back, I can sense that this person comes to me that I am just delaying because I'm lying. So I am delaying court, or these are just delay tactics. Fine. I'm unable to walk because that's what usually happens when I am sick. Um, my my conversion disorder is triggered, and that it affects my conversion of disorder. Affects specifically my legs, my mouth. What else? But usually my legs, mainly my legs. So I was unable to walk. It took me a very long time. I think after most people were from had even left court. work. That was people that worked. We were one of the last peoples to leave court. And I thought I'll be fine. 8 hours later, I still wasn't okay. I still wasn't okay. I needed to find an alternative way to get home because Oputbegi was unable to come with me because it was really late already. I come and I'm really not surviving. This is when that is during this first 8 hours. I'm being alerted to the fact that I'm not always present. I'm missing moments of time in the day. I'm missing certain activities. And that takes me back to when this would happen, this occur regularly. And I'm panicking. I am scared. I obviously pray, I medicate, hoping that the following day I am fine. I wake up the following day, in the AMs, at 3 a.m., and I think I'm fine. I think I'm fine. I remember at 6:30 getting a call from my aunt, who was with me at court, to ask, "How are you doing now?" And I'm like, "I'm fine." In that phone call, less than 10 minutes, boom, I am so agitated. I just don't want to call. I don't want to be on this call. Somewhat moody, like a moody person. And having dealt with my illness for so long, I obviously understand myself. I understand what's going on. So I will be in the better position to know exactly what's happening with me and what steps to do. So at first, I think, just calm yourself down, baby girl. You're going to be fine. And I tried that. 4 plus an hour, and I'm like, it's not working. And because, oh, court was remanded to the following, so this happened on a Friday. Court was remanded to Monday, and I was like, I want to be fine. I want to be 100% on Friday. I mean, on Monday when court comes. So it is best that I go to the doctor. I don't know. I haven't had an episode that lasts over 18 hours, I think, at this time. Yeah, this is over 18 hours. So I decide, what, I'm gonna get somebody to drive me to the doctor. And my brother wasn't home. People just weren't available. So I called the Putbeg. Putbeg travels, takes 2 taxis to get to me, and takes me to the doctor. The doctor that I have seen recently, I mean, like, I have 2 doctors that have my record or file. Oh, I missed the point where the parts where they wanted to call an ambulance. I think an ambulance was called, an ambulance never arrived when I was having the episode. But I didn't want, speak fairly. I also didn't want, I felt like, this isn't a big deal. Just going to the doctor and seeing what will happen. It's okay. And even I don't need to go to the doctor. Let me go home and need to rest. Even that morning, before court proceedings, I think the prosecutor had let me know that I'm going to start court at 11, and I went to the car and slept. I was already, I mean, like, this thing has me drained. It's taking everything of me. Sharp. Um, so back to the following day, I'm at we go to the doctor. The doctor isn't there. I go to the other doctor. We had to wait for her. I get there, and she's like, so I have seen her regarding all of this sometime last year. So she is also in the picture of what's happening in my life, and she's like, I'm not adjusting your meds. There's nothing that you can do. I'm having you admitted. Baby girl doesn't have medical aid at this moment. Baby girl is terrified of public hospitals. But I do go to, I calm myself down. I talk to my aunt, Umambali. And she's like, go. And also, I am aware that I need assistance. Also, what the doctor had said was like, perhaps you're just going to be given something via IV to calm you down, to help you feel better, but you absolutely do need to go to the hospital. And I go to the hospital. This is a Saturday. Saturday, Sunday, I was in hospital. Mind you, I don't even eat the food there. I am still in an episode. I don't understand what's happening with myself. And the nurses here and the doctors here come once a day. I mean, once the doctors comes once a day. They don't know you. They don't know your full history. They just, if I tell you, Guti, I was given medication that I know work for me, and I was like, this usually works for me. Give, and that's what they agreed, and that was the only pill that was given to me. I get to hospital. I had to wait for 6 hours to be attended to. At some point, I felt like I'm getting worse. Why don't I just leave? And that's when they attended to me. And they decide, so I try and work my magic to say, I can go home after this. It's not such a big deal. But the doctor was like, oh no, we definitely are admitting you. And that's how I was admitted. And remember, I left home going to the doctor and coming back home. So I have absolutely nothing to change. And I had visited somebody in this hospital, and I knew that the best way to is to that you need to get your own blanket. And yeah, things to change. I had to beg. And had I not have had somebody accompany me, I probably wouldn't even be allowed to go back home because they thought I was a danger to myself. And they wouldn't allow, so they made me, promise, and made the person, obviously Obudbegi, absolutely promise that, he would bring me back. He would make sure that I come back to hospital. In my head, I'm like, what if I don't come back? Don't want to come back. I've been aware that I need to be admitted. I've been aware that I am not okay. I've been aware that I'm sick. I've been aware of the toll these cases have on me, but I've just wanted to finish them, plus saving money on the side before, then I can go get myself admitted. I know, I'm aware, that is what I need to do, but I wasn't ready. So, and that's what I told them. I told them that I'm aware. I know that I need to see a doctor. I know that I need psychiatric help, but not at this moment. But my symptoms, were red flags, and they were like, you need to go home. At least they allowed me to come back home, get what I could get, and go back to hospital. Mind you, I think I'm going on TikTok. I'm going to do a culture shock between private and public hospitals, because I went there, and Pupegi was not aware that he can come with me and get me, help with getting me admitted. Also, on my side, I did not want to further pro um, prolong having Pupik had been there with me from the morning. I remember he needed to do his laundry in the morning, and when I said there's nobody to drive me, he stopped what he was doing, and he came to my rescue. So at this time, it is now 9 p.m. He is still with me. The least I could do is let him go rest. I couldn't, prolong him, take more of his time. as if the time and support that he gives me isn't enough. So I go to the ward, and mind you, I get my, I'm given sheets that don't even cover the entire mattress. At least I had my own blanket. The blanket that, had I not had a blanket, yo, I don't know, would I have been able to use it. But thank God that I had gone home and brought myself a blanket to sleep with. And because it had been such a long day, remember I had woken up at 3 a.m. I was able to sleep. I had calmed myself down. I think I was able to sleep until 2 p.m. Maybe it was 11 p.m. by the time I slept, and I was not being attended to or prioritized because I was not with anyone. And what else? I slept and woke up at 2. I slept and woke up at 2. Remember that my sleeping patterns have been, without medication, my sleeping patterns have been, disturbed. So I don't sleep as a normal person sleeps. Fine. I wake up the following morning. By the way, I wake up at 2. At 4 a.m., they wake up everyone to go bath. I wake up and I try stand. And try and go bath. They don't even tell you where the bathrooms are. Even when you're admitted, you're not given a tour of where everything is in the ward. I could have woken up at 2 and wanted to go to the bathroom. Everybody is sleeping, and we know the nurses where they are. They're probably sleeping too. And I wouldn't know where the bathroom is. Fine. And I wake up, it is at 4-ish, 4:30. Need to go take a bath, and I can't stand. I cannot stand up on my own. I cannot walk on my own. Again. So this is day 3 of an attack. Has not happened in a very long time. Has not happened in 9 years. Definitely in 9 years that I have an attack that, I would affect my walking for more than a day. More than a couple of hours. Day 3, I'm still affected. Sharp. Day 5. Day 4. Okay, fine. The day goes on, and I had to ask. Also had to ask for my medication and to ask, aren't you guys supposed to be giving me anything? That's when they gave me something, and then the doctor came, and she was like, "Go, you're gonna be staying here for a very long time." And I wanted to cry. And I was like, in this place, first of all, I got you, I wasn't attended to very well. And secondly, I had to ask to be medicated as if, I'm on holiday. I came here on holiday. So but at least, I at least should anything happen, it's not like I was home in the town where the court case are happening, whereby there is nobody to assist me. At least, I had the nurses around, and fellow patients who would call the nurses should something happen. So in that manner, I was safe. Eventually, at some point, I was able to go take a shower in cold water, and just to freshen up. And that was the day. The following day, I had to ask to be, to be discharged. I thought my discharge tactics, because I used to be queen of knowing how to negotiate a to be I used to be queen of knowing how to negotiate a discharge from hospital, and it worked again. I promise to be good. I think I will be good. However, recording this the following day from I had to call. I actually thought that I would negotiate a discharge because I really want these court cases to be over and done with. I am tired of them. I Yeah, I was hoping you'd know that I could be discharged early in the morning, go to court, and finish all of this. However, that did not happen. I ended up leaving hospital at after 4 p.m. and I called court to say that I am unable to come due to the fact that I am admitted. But today, on Friday, before I got sick, I had to meet with someone urgently. That didn't happen, so I tried negotiating that we meet yesterday, but I was discharged after office hours, therefore I had to make that meeting this morning. And today is Tuesday, the 7th of February. I go there, I tried driving, I'm unable to drive. I tried my best, got there, and while I was consulting with this person that I was supposed to meet, a girl gets sick again. But because she loves news, she still wants to go to court because it was also my guy's bail hearing. I went to court and I saw my lawyers and my attorney's partner, and that guy, I don't know, he doesn't know me well. But he'll be the first person to say, "You're not looking good today. You don't look so fine today. What's wrong?" I think some people are just like that. So today he was like, "What's wrong?" I told him I'm not feeling well. He's like, "Obviously, that's evident. Then why are you in court? What's happening?" He says, "You're not needed. Go. I'll rather update you." I'm like, "But I love news. I want to be here." And he was like, "It's not working for you. It is absolutely not working for you." So I ended up day 5 of an anxiety attack episode. I got a call. I also wanted to speak to the prosecutor to let them know that I am back. I was discharged yesterday. I negotiated the discharge so that these court cases can be over and done with, and I can move on with my life, at least minus one. Um, and hopefully this guy doesn't do anything else. But now, um, what is it that I wanted to add? Oh, um, I just wasn't feeling okay. So, um, I had to get back to the car. I had to get a lift from the court, the door of the court, get a lift to leave me, by my car, and then I get a call later on in this day. So your case was remanded until tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm going to court. Make sure that you bring a doctor's note. Bring evidence that you were admitted. And at that time that Oputbek was in hospital to go get proof. Also my medication, I didn't get my medication yesterday, so he was sorting all of those things out. And yep, I am still not okay. um and I'm panicking about tomorrow. But what I am going to do is that I am going to take my walking frame. At least I have a walking frame that I wanted to give away. Unfortunately, never got to giving it away. And that was because God knows that one day I would need it again. I thought this chapter of my life of using a walking frame was way behind me. It was, I've left it behind, but obviously that's just not the case. Since my walking is always affected in court, I will be taking it tomorrow, and hoping that hoping that tomorrow is the last day of this trial. I am hoping that I get an update of what happened today. And yeah, that is all. I will see you on my next upload, and thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe. Pretty please.